Welcome back to another episode of the All Out Sports Podcast Show channel. You know what it is. We're here for another division breakdown, division prediction, division preview, you know what we're talking about.
Hell yeah.
I'm here with Frank. Frank, say what's up.
Here.
I'm also here with Alex. Say what's up, Alex.
What's up?
Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing convivial today. Friendly or agreeable.
You're feeling agreeable, so we're not going to argue today?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
It's like, I mess with that take. Alrighty. Well, we're here for another division breakdown. We've done a couple of these. So we're going to go ahead and do the NFC North. You've probably read the title by now. So we're going to start it off with the Detroit Lions. Frank, what you got on the Detroit Lions?
This is good because Frank's the only one to not watch Hard Knocks.
Who hasn't watched Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
W Hard Knocks season 2, because
we're gonna be a little more in depth probably on the roster moves, but you know,
bro, you can't even tell anything from Hard Knocks. Okay.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Just from like reading their roster,
Rodrigo.
No, okay, I don't know that motherfucker.
You don't know Rodrigo?
I know all of these names on offense, and I feel like they're all held back by Jared Goff.
You know Jonah Jackson.
Held back by
What do you
mid.
think's the move? Put in Nate Sudfeld, Frank?
I think the move is
David
be bad
Blount.
one more time and go get Bryce Young.
Squad.
I think the move is tank.
They've been trying.
Dude, the move has been tank for the last 40 years.
They've been trying and they've got good players. I think they're just held back by Jared Goff.
Man. No, I agree with dude. Goff's so weird because first overall pick, right? I forgot about that. They brought that up. I'm like, holy shit, he was the first
overall pick.
I'm like, oh my god.
Him and Wentz.
And then you just remember him with the Rams and how I know Frank knows he couldn't read a defense.
Awful.
Couldn't read a defense. McVay was telling him the coverages, the plays in the helmet, and so when there was a loud game, Goff could not play because he couldn't hear McVay on whatnot. But he's such a middle ground quarterback.
No, I'm gonna give you can kind of defend him because obviously being a young quarterback you need to be coached well, but he needed his hand held every play.
He went to Cal, bro. He didn't have to face no loud crowds. No cap.
Half full stadiums.
I don't know. He's I don't know. I haven't seen that much, but I've heard from the show. They said a lot of improvement, but they be talking out their ass.
They always talk out their ass.
Man, they say everybody improves every
you know, their team has good young talent.
They said they've been cooking. The offense has been cooking the defense, but the defense is ass. So I hope they are.
Yeah. Swift's obviously good. St. Brown's good. Hawkinson. They got DJ Chark.
Their offense is actually decent, but
they have
they're playing their practice. They're playing their defense, which is essentially a practice fucking squad defense.
Practice squad plus Hutchinson and Brock.
Yeah.
I feel like you just gotta hope for the bare minimum with
their secondary
the defense.
So bad.
You just gotta hope.
Gosh.
Joey, they remind me of the Jaguars with the offense and then the defense.
But their front seven isn't
no, it's not.
The difference with the Jaguars though, you want to watch Trevor Lawrence. No one wants to watch Jared Goff, bro.
I don't really want to watch Trevor Lawrence, but
you're not even gonna give it another year?
No, I don't hate him, but he's not it's like a must-see game for me. I got to go tune in to Trevor Lawrence. I'll watch anything, but he's not my circled on my calendar.
I'll watch anything. Just kidding. I wouldn't watch a Texans game.
Facts. But I don't know. I think this team will be. You kind of got to see how they'll play. They could. I feel like they might surprise, but their surprise isn't going to be nothing crazy.
I'd say, minor improvements. Nothing.
Yeah. I think their surprise would be, okay, maybe they don't have to tank. Maybe they can build this team up from here. But I don't know.
Their surprise is 8 wins.
Well,
that's pretty good for them.
That's hold on. That's not even pretty good for them. That's
He's
good.
8 wins. That's a 500 team.
No, honestly, I think this team is one quarterback away from being a really good offense. Hawkinson. I don't think a lot of people talk about Hawkinson. We obviously know Swift is good. Jamal Williams isn't terrible. The receivers aren't great, but they're all good number twos. They just need a real number one. Hey, the Giants have one named Kenny Galladay. Y'all want him back?
I don't know. I feel like they can do with this offense. Like, I think Goff can do it.
They would need some legendary defense to get them anywhere.
Yeah, you just got to see it. You just got to see how they. Remember when the Giants, the Giants 2 years ago, their defense kind of popped off out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That was strictly off having a good pass rush. I mean, this team can have a good pass rush.
It's honestly going to be all up to the Brockers and Hutchinson to do that.
So actually, I want to ask you guys this because you guys were watching Hard Knocks and I haven't seen that. How was Okuda been? I actually want to know about that.
They didn't look at him once.
They didn't talk about him that much.
Because I remember when I think it was the Andrew Thomas draft, the Wirfs draft. He was one of the players that Giants were looking at, and I was like, I'll be okay with him. Is it a good thing that you pick him?
He didn't make. He almost didn't make the starting secondary group.
He wasn't good his first year. I know that. I know his first year he wasn't good.
Yeah, he has not been.
I don't know. Pretty much all of Hard Knocks is you just see how much of a beast Aiden Hutchinson is.
Yeah,
he's very good on what you've seen.
Yeah, he's living up to the price tag they paid for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got. He could be a game changer, which he could do some stuff on defense at the end.
Yep. Anything else on lines? I think we touched on a lot of it, but yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Next up are your
Bears.
Chicago Bears. Your Chicago Bears. Everyone's.
Not mine.
It is Frank's. It's yours too.
I don't know them.
Damn, they signed Alex Leatherwood and he's already the second right guard. Crazy. I just looked at that for a second.
All right, I think we let Joey talk about this first.
Do I run down the roster real quick? Okay. Justin Fields, we cool with him. We got a quarterback. I think we good. We got to build everything around him. So, quarterback, I think we'll be fine. Montgomery and Khalil Herbert, I like kind of the duo they have there this year. Good, kind of a power back. Montgomery's kind of more of a power back, while Khalil is more of the elusive back. And Tristan Erbner, whatever his name is, played really, really good in preseason. Take that with a grain of sand, but decent running back room, I'd say. Then the receivers is definitely where we need the most help. Darnell Mooney, Pringle, Jones, St. Brown, Harry, these just aren't the greatest names. I like Mooney. I like Pringle.
Don't say the greatest, bro. They're like the worst fucking wide receiver core in the league.
We just went over the Lions, bro.
Let me no. They're not bad receivers.
I don't think. We just don't have
need
a
real one.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I actually really like the depth.
I like Mooney and Pringle.
Here's what I say. If we
had Allen Robinson still, and it was Robinson, Mooney, Pringle, it's not a bad wide receiver core. We just need the one.
If I know all your receivers, it's not terrible.
I think
you just need
all
one
receivers,
and you got to let N'Keal Harry play out.
I think the wide receiver, obviously we don't have that number one guy for Justin Fields yet, but the amount people have been shitting on the wide receiver core has been kind of crazy, because there's definitely some dudes who could make some shit happen, like Mooney and Pringle. Jones was electric at Tennessee, so
this is a pretty obvious statement, but it all comes down to the offensive line. I think.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to. Cole Kmet. I think Cole Kmet, this is kind of the year for him to either step up or we need to move on. Which is kind of what it is. Yeah, but it's a young offensive. Braxton Jones, he's a rookie. He's coming in. We'll see what he can do. Be it 5th or 6th round pick. So interesting. They're letting him start off the rip. So they must. So I've heard a lot of good things coming out of training camp, but you got to take all that stuff with a grain of salt. Cody Whitehair, he's probably the best player on the offensive line. He's been there for a long time. K-State legend, by the way. Lucas Patrick, awful. Like center is such a bad. We're so bad at center. Lucas Patrick and like Sam Mustipher will probably for the whole season just go back and forth on who's starting. But that is definitely a need. Tevin Jenkins, who I really loved. The pick of last year wasn't great last year at tackle. Looks like he played both tackle and guard in college for Oklahoma State. So they kicked him in to guard this year. We'll see how he does. I think that's actually a big thing that's coming up. That hopefully he'll get better this year. And then we did sign Riley Reef, which is kind of a solid.
Iowa boy.
So yeah, Iowa, but solid like veteran offensive lineman that hopefully can help some of these younger guys. But yeah, they did sign Alex Leatherwood today.
Signing.
Yeah, there's literally no downside in signing him. It's a 17th overall pick, first round pick, just a couple years ago. So like, there's no downside to signing him. If he sucks, whatever, we release him. If he's good, we just got another offensive lineman. So
let me ask a question.
Yep.
To kind of sum up the defensive side, how do you feel about? Because I like the corners, but how do you feel about the front seven, especially with the Roquan situation now?
My thing with the front seven, it's so hard to judge this year with a whole new coaching staff because the last 5 years have been all the same defense to where it didn't matter who was playing. You kind of just plug and play whoever, and they all played very well. Just because of the system they ran, it's really interesting how they blitz people and how they send pressure to where it was a lot of people. There was a reason Robert Quinn played so fucking well last year. It's the system that they played in. It's a whole new system this year, so it's hard to because like people like Angelo Blackson played very well in that system. Trevis Gibson played very well in that system. Robert Quinn obviously played well in that system, but it's really hard to judge that front four in general without seeing the new system. For the linebackers, Roquan is obviously there's a big story. He looks like he's going to be gone next year. See if we can mend that relationship any way we can. Because I agree, we shouldn't be paying him fucking record-setting deal at this point. It just doesn't make sense. It's just going to handicap us for the next couple years when we're still trying to build up the team. Nicholas Morrow is coming in from the Raiders. He was decent last year. So front seven, just a lot of question marks, a lot of new names, and they're going to be playing in that new system.
Okay. Anybody else?
We can talk about the secondary.
I mean, just thoughts on having Lamar Jackson at corner. Like, what a stud, right?
Lamar Jackson, go. But secondary, Jalen Johnson, I still think is one of the most underrated corners in the league. Like, consistently wide receivers have come out and said like Devontae Adams said Jalen Johnson was the best corner he's faced all year. He consistently locks up very good players. Kyler Gordon, rookie. Jaquan Brisker, rookie. So we got
by the way
starting, and Eddie Jackson, kind of a
Jack
veteran.
Sanborn, absolute dog out of Wisconsin.
He played very well in preseason. I was going to say that, but he played very well. He had a pick six, I think, but he played very well. Eddie Jackson, he has not been the same since that rookie year. He, in my opinion, keeps getting worse every year. He gets a little overhyped. But yeah, 2 rookies. So it's a very, very young secondary. So just a lot of question marks because we've had like that same system for the last 5 years on defense. It's hard to like gauge how this defense is going to play, especially with Eberflus, since he's a defensive-minded head coach. He's bringing in his own system from the Colts, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of what he does with the defense.
As much as I hate on the Bears, I just like love how their identity is always defense, and I want it to continue to be.
That's why people were bitching on Twitter like they didn't draft a wide receiver. We also needed secondary. Do you see our secondary? There's a reason our first 2 picks were secondary picks.
It's just, I'd rather draft a corner than a receiver.
Yeah, we can find receivers later rounds. It's hard to find
corners.
top end secondary players. So
Bears picking up Pimbleton?
There's two rookies starting, so there was obviously a need for corner and safety.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else?
That's my in-depth breakdown.
Michael, you ain't
That
got nothing.
man covered it all.
It's just a lot of question marks.
He said, "This is my team. I got it."
Hey, you asked for the rundown, so I hit you with the rundown. It's just a lot of question marks, especially on defense, because
More like
it's
the
a
jog down.
new coach.
What
Okay.
was your record last year?
I'm looking at it 6-11. Do you think they're going to go better than that or worse this year?
You can wait till the end.
Probably
Same.
about the same.
Okay.
Same.
I think
Ready to?
It's
ready to
just a
move
lot
on?
of question marks. I just don't know how this team's going to play with a new coach, new coaching staff, totally new staff, and a lot of the players are different.
I'll say this. I know we got into that argument like a week ago. The offensive line, they got to fix that shit. Like,
Yeah, that's the biggest.
because I know
People
it was
people are
preseason, but
shitting
that
about-
Seattle preseason game, I was like,
No,
God, Justin
bad.
Fields is just running.
Like the only person I'm like looking forward to maybe see grow is Tevin Jenkins. The other two, Riley Reeve, Cody Whitehair, are both decent. They're fucking old. They're gonna be done in 2 years. 2 years. Braxton Jones is a 6th round pick. We shouldn't be starting a 6th round rookie. And Lucas Patrick is just terrible. So there's not much upside on the offensive line. So
It is what it is.
we'll see. Yep.
All right. Moving on to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Somebody else is talking. I'm tired.
Minnesota finished 8-9 last year, second place.
Man,
Alex, Michael, who wants to start?
Alex can go.
These are my boys.
Kirk got a cannon.
Those your boys?
Kirk, just the best play action QB in the league.
Oh, is he?
Duh.
He's not in this division. You gonna keep talking?
I'll take over. It's okay.
I got it.
Yeah, let Michael go. Yeah.
I feel like this is their year to take over this division.
Yep.
If they really want to
Jalen
show
Reagor
it.
trade. Sorry.
Big one. He's got hands, man. No, but
in the stone.
we should play that meme if you edit this down. Play that meme of that guy. But no, with all the Packers bullshit, this is definitely their year to like win the division finally. They have a crazy offense with Dalvin Cook. Alexander Madison's good as hell too. He could probably be a starter on like the Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck Clyde. Justin Jefferson, Thielen, Osborne, Rager. I don't know about Irv Smith. I don't really know how good Irv Smith is.
Yeah, he's not great. I don't think he's.
They have the best fullback name.
CJ Ham. Nah.
Shout out Ham.
But their defense isn't that bad either. They got names.
I'll say something about their defense.
They got names. Yeah, that's true.
I'll say something about their defense. I don't remember. Maybe it was me and Alex talking about this the other day.
I forgot they got Jonathan Bullard. He's good. Sorry.
Every year, I know their defense isn't terrible, but their defense went from being like one of the best to, okay, you lose little players in the secondary.
They lost all their players in the secondary, bro.
You lose a linebacker or two. You lose a D lineman. Even though the D line is still good, it kind of went from like the Vikings were that team of defense. Now it just went all offense.
To be fair, they went from like one of the better secondaries to their average age in the secondary was like 25, which is not.
I mean, it's a new look. I mean, obviously, it's like a new look team, like back when they had like Xavier Rhodes and all them.
Name's Zadarius Smith. I forgot this team.
Yeah, like it's
Jonathan Bullard's a good signing. He played for the Bears.
So it is a weird ass team.
Jordan Hicks, like this is just some interesting names on this team.
Good pass rush. Good front seven overall.
Yeah, Bullard, Hunter,
Kendricks and Hicks. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't trust Pat Pete at this age. Harrison Smith underrated.
Their secondary's ass. Yeah, like Cameron Dantzler is starting. That's not good. They have Andrew Booth. Maybe he'll come out he's injured, is he not?
I know we're kind of like blasting their secondary right now. I still think this is the best team in the division. I think the Packers are just too torn down.
I agree. This is my spoiler alert one. This is my number one team.
This is my one, yeah.
I say we shift over to the Packers then.
Tight shit. Alex has some Packers.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not going to go. I'll say something. I'm not going to go too in depth. I actually think the Packers will win the division still.
As do
It's not theirs to lose anymore. Like it always has been.
They got the worst wide receiver core in the NFL, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
the
not.
Bears having the worst receiver core.
No, it's pretty bad. But
Yeah.
Lazard, Watkins, Cobb, and then it falls off. At least we got depth.
it used to always
At
be,
least we got depth.
it's going to be the Packers.
Is Tunyon coming back like this year?
I don't. He's on. He's listed as questionable.
Because
Yeah.
he tore his ACL, right?
I don't know.
Like
He's listed as
mid-year?
questionable. Let me read this.
He was good as fuck.
It's a little too early to say whether Tunyon knee will suit up for regular season opener. So he'll be back.
I'll say this.
Maybe not for the opener though.
That's a big W for Aaron
I'll say
Rodgers.
this. Obviously it's Aaron Rodgers, and like Michael was saying a couple months ago when I brought this up, he was like, "Oh, I just got to trust in Rodgers." And yeah, you can trust in Rodgers, but how many times can you throw into a trash can and it's gonna result in a win? These receivers are ass. They're not good. And the running game is good.
Throw in a trash can and expect to win. That's a
No,
TikTok.
Bro,
no, put that on a T-shirt, Frank. Could you please put that on a
every
T-shirt?
offseason he's throwing to a trash can. Okay,
Never
yeah, it's a
heard
hot
that.
bot, but is Sammy Watkins going to really be that guy for you? Is 55-year-old Randall Cobb really going to be that guy for you? You got to rely on the running game and your defense. That's it. They're going to be.
But this is. I mean, it's always Rodgers. But their defense, I just looked at it, was the 9th ranked last year.
No, it's a good defense.
They lost some. They did lose some guys though. They did.
And when you got to play the Lions and the Bears twice, and you're probably going to beat them. I mean, that's just
I think it's going to be a close, but I think the Vikings are going to come out because they're going to win the games they need to win.
NFC
like the
North
outside
games
division games.
NFC North games. This is coming from like fucking somebody who watches a lot of NFC North games. Are always fucking close, bro. Always close. I think that's for a lot of divisions, but
yeah, he
NFC
still owns
North
a franchise.
It's always a close game. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever blows anybody
Randall,
out. Like
Randall
the Lions
Cobb
will keep up with the Packers.
Randall Cobb's all right now.
These receivers
he's reliable.
Bad, but
if Sammy Watkins can goddamn play a whole season, he could be the number one for sure.
Yeah, Alan Lazard is shit on Darnell Mooney.
Sammy Watkins is actually good.
He better than.
I like their rookie Christian Watson. He's like 6'4" or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I think he's going to come in the league and kind of take their receiver spot.
Well,
but
if he
just me, bro. Those North Dakota State motherfuckers scare me.
He's questionable for week.
Could you imagine if their secondary stays healthy all year?
Okay, I think they can make the playoffs. I don't think they're winning the division.
Yeah, I think.
I trust the run game. I trust Rodgers. It all comes down to these receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Trust the defense. You know,
I think they lost some guys in that front seven.
We haven't even fucking talked about how good their running back duo is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know
that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to go conservative this year and really trust the running game. They might turn to the 49ers low key.
My thing with Aaron Rodgers
with a 2-time
Aaron Rodgers is really good,
back-to-back MVP,
and he's kind of a fucker with an ego, which he might be like pass the ball. I'm fucking Aaron.
He might
Rodgers.
have an ego,
you know
but
what I'm
I
saying?
think he would.
You know what I'm saying?
Sacrifice
on his Carmelo Anthony shit, like
to win.
No,
we get it, bro. You hate Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm just saying he might have an ego. Is that not fucking per character?
I know this is a different team, but your team gets worse after you lose to a team that didn't score an offensive touchdown against you in the playoffs. And you're Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams, with your team, with probably one of the better teams you had, and you lost. Now you have a worse team, and you're probably second best in the division. You got to really play the best this year.
See, that's just the difference between this isn't even on Aaron Rodgers' hate, bro. It's just fucking true. The difference between Mahomes and Rodgers. Mahomes with dog shit, bro. He's gonna go out there and ball. No cap. I'm willing to say it. Mahomes is winning that game. He's not going down in the playoffs.
He was just comparing.
Yeah, what? Like
I'll just
say I think Rodgers can do the same.
No, I think Rodgers can.
He lost to the Niners and didn't score a touchdown. Mahomes is scoring a fucking touchdown. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm a fucking Chiefs fan. We saw the Super Bowl, bro.
Listen, Rodgers, I think he can do it. He's got to do it this year. There ain't no think. Maybe he has to, because he has to, for one, to prove the world that, like, hey, I ain't no bitch. Like, I don't need Devontae Adams.
As he's done it the past 2 years, though.
He had Devontae Adams.
The first year, he didn't really have him. He didn't have him the whole season.
But what? What
Like
we're saying-
3/4 of the season.
Okay, but he had him.
You still won MVP.
All right.
We're not saying he's going to be ass. We just don't
We're
think
not
the
saying-
Packers aren't going to be that good,
Yeah.
as good as they were. That's all we're saying.
I think they're chilling.
I need him to do that Tom Brady yelling in everybody's face to catch the damn ball. That's it.
He'd be cooking his receivers in the press conference. I'd be pissed if I was a receiver.
Sammy Watkins probably goes home like,
He'd
damn,
be
you
like-
don't want me?
He'd be like, he doesn't even know how to outrun an in route. They're like behind him, ready. They're up for the next press conference. Alan Lazard's sitting behind him, getting ready to ask questions. He's like, bro, Alan, keep dropping the ball. It's like I'm right here.
I'm ready to talk the division standings.
Hit us with it, Frank.
All right. I got Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit.
Alex.
I'm gonna go
Really?
Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago.
Alex is really a hater.
What do you say, Alex? Say it again?
I am.
He's just hating. I would never
Yeah,
put
say it
your
again.
Broncos.
Chicago.
I put
Yeah,
your
Chicago
Broncos
last.
second.
Alex, say yours again.
Green Bay, Minnesota,
I
Detroit, Chicago.
knew he was gonna say that
That
shit too.
that actually is mine too, though.
Dick suck.
Mm.
But Alex is doing it because he's a hater. Mine's
and
the
I
same as
trust Aaron
Frank's.
Rodgers.
I am Minnesota,
Yeah,
Green Bay,
mine is-
Chicago, Detroit.
He may choke in the fucking playoffs. I mean, that's not what we're talking about, though. So
Me and Alex have the same beliefs on the Packers, but I think that I'm not saying Justin Fields isn't good. I don't think your offense is good. And I think the line is a little better.
I still think we're fucking better than the Lions. So.
I think it comes down
It's
to the
close.
defenses of both teams, and I
Yeah.
think the Lions defense or the Bears defense is better than the Lions.
I think the Lions offense is better though than the
True.
Bears.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's
that-
that much better with Jared Goff at quarterback.
Yeah. This is a good conversation right here.
because you can have a good offense if nobody can throw the ball to those guys.
Yeah, but he's
Doesn't mean
thrown
shit.
right now,
I
are
don't-
you taking Jared Goff or Justin Fields? Right now, not in the future. Right now.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Wait,
I
why do you
think
even
it
answer
has
that?
Like, what did you
Are
think
you
that-
taking Are you taking Case Keenum or Tom Brady
Hold on,
right
but like,
now?
but look,
right now?
look,
Not
look,
the
look,
future. Not
look.
right now.
look.
Today.
Goff in 2017, 3,800 yards. 2018, 4,600 yards. 2019, 4,600 yards. 2020, pretty much 4,000 yards. So saying that he can't throw the ball.
I'm also
he's hit
saying let's discount some of those Rams years. Not like he didn't have probably one of the best offensive minds of all time and an all-time
I
offense.
will say this too. He was carried by the.
I don't think
Tigers
he's
dumping
trash. I don't think he's fucking trash.
him. I do.
He's
Man.
the most mid a mid will get.
How
If
can
There's
you call
like
him
number
trash,
15
Frank?
quarterback, it's him.
How can you call him trash when you're a legit Daniel Jones top 15 fucking quarterback guy?
I'd say he's on
that's-
par with
said-
Daniel Jones.
I said he can.
He's
prove
better than
it.
Daniel
I'd
Jones.
say, yeah.
And we're not talking about the NFC East yet. That's for a different time.
Tight.
I'm gonna cook the fuck out of Daniel Jones in that.
Okay.
That's the only reason why
Okay,
Michael
okay,
showed
okay.
up today.
Okay, let's wrap this one up. It's been a good episode. Frank, you got any last words?
Joey, for you, go Bears.
Bear down. Say bear down.
Bear down, baby. Horns
Let's
down.
go bear down. Let's go. Horns down. What?
Horns down. Horns down.
Okay, Alex, you got any final words?
Aaron Rodgers owns your favorite franchise. That shit's crazy.
What's your favorite franchise? I forgot. Michael, you got any final words?
I want to see the Vikings do good from this division.
But you don't believe in them type shit.
Nah, I just have too much faith in Rodgers.
You're on Rodgers' dick. That's crazy. Okay,
More
that's
like you.
That's going to end off the episode. Thank y'all for watching. It's been a good episode. We've done a bunch of these division rankings, so go check out the ones before this. There should be some coming out after, so make sure you check them all out. NFL season's coming. We're excited. I know you're excited, so we're going to be hitting y'all with a bunch of videos once the season starts. So make sure you guys keep tuning in, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.